Shalom, call Halal Alba Shemil Shabbat Hashem Kadash. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elder that came before them and taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and the sincerity of the hopeful elect, tabernacle of David, to the Aquat that are listening and learning, being fellow rest, the 144,000, the 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother Yashua One, back with the WW3 Daily update. Shalom and salutations to you as well. We're going to start right here at Joel 3 and 9 in the Berean Standard. Proclaim this among the nations. Prepare for war. Rouse the mighty men. Let all men of war advance and attack. Jump down to 11. Come quickly, all you surrounding nations, and gather yourselves. Bring down your mighty ones, O Lord. So let's go there. Let's go here. Okay, so, and what do we have? We got all these other nations, right? Doing what? We got nations, we got Romania, we got Armenia, we got the Baltics, right? You got Bosnia and all these old heads that did things 20 years ago, they're on the battlefield. Okay. And this guy with his checkerboards back here is showing his true colors. Come on. He's a little scared, so we're going to let him talk. Canadian prepper 15 hours ago. Here we go. Tanks amassed on what border? Shut down in 24 hours. Romania on alert. Nationwide nuclear drill. It's getting bad. Okay. World War III is rearing its ugly head.
All right. So I am in a very, very high state of preparedness alert right now. Probably the highest I've ever been, in fact. I'm starting to get flashbacks to the early days of the pandemic right now. We're seeing the convergence of many different unusual events in and around the same time next week. And it doesn't take a tinfoil hat to start thinking that maybe these things are related. I talked briefly yesterday about a variety of different events that are about to unfold, okay? And now we're going to try to tie that into today's current event. So I want to reiterate what I talked about in the video yesterday. We're likely going to see the shutdown of the U.S. government. It appears as though today they're reaching an impasse and it's imminent. We got about a day left for them to reach a deal. If they don't reach a deal, my concern is that this could be a long one. And what that means for the current geopolitical state of affairs is anybody's guess. It's one thing to have this happen in 2019 when it did last time and go 35 days. It's another altogether to do it while we're on the brink of a major hot war with China and Russia. Now, on the same day, and we were one of the first to break this story yesterday, thanks to a couple subscribers, in fact, who forwarded me something from a Telegram.
Crazy. Bear with me. One moment. We're not going to go too long on this one, but they talk for a second.
A Telegram channel that is associated with the Russian Ministry of Defense. They claim that they're going to be doing a nationwide nuclear war scenario drill on October 3rd. This is nationwide. This is not just a simulation of how they're going to fight NATO. No, this is a Mad Max drill. Okay, how are we going to mobilize, implement martial law? How are we going to bandage critical infrastructure? How are we going to deal with a 70% casualty rate? Like the whole 9 yards, okay, happening on October 3rd. On October 4th, the U.S. government and FEMA, I presume, is overseeing this, is going to be sending out a nationwide emergency alert message to everybody's cell phone. Now, FEMA is important because apparently FEMA's only going to be getting funding if the government is operational. Once they run out of funding, that's problematic. Now, it's looking likely that we're going to see a government shutdown, okay? It's looking very likely that this exercise is going to go ahead in Russia on October 3rd, and that the emergency alert sirens are going to sound on October 4th. If there ever was, and I'm not saying this is the case, I'm just saying if you ever wanted to get out of Dodge, it's a lot easier when the government is shut down. If you're talking about continuity of government, something like that would be easier for certain people who work in government. Maybe not all, because of course you still have to have the bare essentials, and I don't know how that would mess with the logistics of continuity of government. I'm sure it wouldn't. Maybe it would make things a lot smoother, a lot more streamlined. But today, there's been more developments. Okay, you have things flaring up on the Serbian-Kosovo border. Apparently, Serbia is moving tanks towards the border. NATO is now pledging more support for Kosovo. We now have things flaring up in the Black Sea once again. Romania is accusing the Russians of jamming the GPS on their ships. As I've said for the longest time, World War III officially will start in the Black Sea. That rhymed. World War III officially will start in the Black Sea, because Russia has to jam the equipment that NATO is utilizing there to assist in Ukraine, doing more frequent bombardments using their air force now, which is insane. The Ukrainians are flying sorties into Crimea as we speak.
Let all the men of war draw near. They're gathering themselves together on all fronts. Okay? And it's pretty damn evident.
Okay? But what's happened in the Black Sea in the last 24 hours is that apparently the Russians have been jamming Romanian ships using electronic warfare. They're also bombarding the ports near the Danube River. Once again, this caused an emergency alert to get sent out on the border of Romania. They're moving, as we speak, more air defense systems in there. The United States recently sent some F-16s to help enforce this no-fly zone there. So things are getting really, really spicy on that front. The United States is going to be building roads in Romania so that they can help in the expedition of weapons into Ukraine. So all of these things converging at the same time is incredibly concerning. I also received a message indicating that for the last few days, exercises are being carried out in the northeastern part of Poland, near Kaliningrad, which is the exclave of Russia, and the Suwalki corridor. In the landing of aircraft, both fighters and transport on local roads have been widened and reinforced to accommodate fighter jets. We were just talking about how they're doing these training exercises from all over the place with the F-35s. The F-35s, I think, was the first that they landed on highways recently. Why would they be doing this? Why would they be suddenly dividing all their forces while going into government shutdown? I mean, understanding the gravity of the situation, you would think they would never allow a government shutdown to occur and that there would be some sense prevailing here. But the state of division in the United States is off the charts, and I do worry that if we cross that threshold and they do shut the government down, that we may not see it open again until next year, and God only knows what can happen between now and then, okay? So the exercises that are currently taking place in Poland are going to last until October 3rd. A lot happening in October. I want to thank the person who sent me this email. They always send me insightful information. This is the first time this has been done since the Cold War. As I indicated, Serbia is now getting ready to build up their military. Not getting ready, they're sending military to the border with Kosovo. They're saying that this is an unprecedented forward deployment of artillery, tanks, and service members. This is it. It appears as though the shit's going to hit the fan in Serbia and Kosovo. That which has been building up for many, many months now is about to ignite. As I previously indicated, the Romanian military has accused Russia of I mean, this is playing out just like a movie. I mean, I feel like I'm narrating the movie Threads or something like that, how it starts. Okay, so we need to be on a very, you guys don't need to, I got to stop saying we need to, and I just got to start talking about what I myself am doing. It's not to the point where I'm sending out messages to my close family and friends just yet. I'll let you know when I do, but I'm on a very, very high state of alert. Like, I really do, I'm getting flashbacks to COVID right now. Like, just I don't know, the sense of urgency. Something's not right. So, but.
We'll end it right there. Nate is showing his fear. And, I mean, if you don't know what's going on, then of course there's going to be an element of fear. Right? If you do know what's going on, if you have healthy fear, you're fearing Yahweh Shem Yahweh. You understand? Let's get that. Get Proverbs. Okay. How are you going to get out of this? Proverbs 1:7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. How are you going to make it through World War III? Okay. Isaiah 33. We'll close. All right. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation. This wisdom, right, and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. There it is again. So healthy fear is what's going to get you through this, right? What knowledge? Knowledge of who you are. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. 7. Deuteronomy 7:6. All right. For thou, you Hebrew Israelites, art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. This knowledge, right? Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. What knowledge? I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Hey, sit there and cry a damn river. I don't give a damn. All right? This is what it says. This is what it means. All right? So as a Hebrew Israelite, you have enemies, do you not? This is the wisdom and knowledge that's going to get you through these times. I know I'm an Israelite. I know that we have enemies. The same enemies that the Most High has. Psalm 83:1, keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O God. So we're talking about the Most High. For lo, thy name, whose enemies? God's enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee, hate who? Hate God, have lifted up their hand. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Who? God, who's your people? And consulted against thy hidden ones. You mean the enemies of God, the ones that hate him, also hate his people? Well, there you are again. I know I'm an Israelite. I have enemies. Well, who are they? Well, these people are your enemies. These people are your enemies. And guess what? I know who all these people are today. This is what is going to get you through World War III. Knowing you're an Israelite, knowing that you have enemies, and they are plotting against you, right? Especially for these times. And here's the hit list of our enemies, okay? Now, what other information must you know in order to make it through these times? Well, things like this. Sirach. You got to know Sirach 12. Okay? How do you make it through World War III? Wisdom and knowledge. Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine in. Well, who's my enemy? For like as I read this, so is a wicked. Well, who's your enemy? Never trust this guy. That's your number one enemy. This guy, your number one enemy. So when the shit hits the fan, as they say, gotta know who your enemy is. This is how you make it, because you can't trust your enemy. You can't run to your enemy for that need of all things, like you've been trained to do. So you can't go to your enemy. You can't go to the Babylonians. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Well, that's America. Don't go to the FEMA. Don't go to the FEMA camp. And stay on horses and that trust in chariots, because there are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Woe to them, destruction to them that go down to Babylon, to the FEMA camp, to the Red Crescent. Right? Last precept, Proverbs 5:3-5. Trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, with all thy mind, your heart is your mind. And lean not unto thine own understanding. Here's how you make it through. All right? Study this word, this truth. All right? It's not for everybody, but it's for the elect. Hope that the brothers and sisters with that shalom.